Hi everyone, Garrett Verbakel here from Century 21 Heritage House. I wanted to explain an important difference in terminology and legal duties today, namely the difference between being a client and being a customer of a realtor. It is a very important difference and one you should be aware of. The topic is discussed at some point in your interactions with an agent, especially by the time you're preparing to make an offer. It should be done well before this, ideally right away, but unfortunately that is not always the case. You will need to sign a document entitled Working with a Realtor that requires you acknowledge your relationship with a given agent. I'll provide a link below so you can have a look for yourself at the document. Hopefully your agent is explaining the meaning to you so you thoroughly understand what you are signing. I will include a link below to a graphic created by AREA to better illustrate the obligations owed to a customer and a client. I am only obligated to ensure honesty and exercise care and skill when dealing with a customer. That's a rather limited amount of duties. In a practical sense, being in a customer relationship with an agent requires them to provide you with information about a property, black and white answers to questions. Insight and advice are not provided. Consider this if you call up the realtor listed on a for sale sign and ask to see the house. They represent the best interest of the seller, not yours. Anything you say to them can be relayed to the seller unless you become their client. They do not owe you confidentiality as a customer. If you are already working with a realtor, get them to show you the property to avoid this situation. Additionally, many realtors also reduce the commission paid to your realtor if you as the buyer have the selling realtor show you the home. As the seller agent is now essentially doing the job the buyer agent should be doing. As a client, realtors owe you 8 general obligations and 5 fiduciary or trust-based obligations. See the infographic I referenced previously to see the complete list. These obligations are what you are paying for when hiring a realtor, amongst other services and features of course, but this is the core responsibility of any realtor. Keep this in mind if you're ever at an open house and the agent isn't able to answer certain questions. They may withhold information until an agency agreement is signed. They value their knowledge at such a level that they do not want to provide it for free. All this being said, it is entirely up to you which relationship you wish to pursue. You may opt to continue a transaction unrepresented by your own realtor, but sign a customer service agreement with the selling agent. You are not obligated to become a client to anyone. Granted, I'd be curious to know your reasoning behind not wanting more security from your agent, but that's your decision. Additionally, if you thought you were being clever by refusing to sign any documents explicitly stating your relationship to a realtor, which you're allowed to do, don't think you've outsmarted the process. If a client or customer relationship has been established already by word or action, it may survive in courts if it ever came to that. So to save everyone the headache, documentation is the way to go. It helps you know what is owed to you and helps the realtor know what they must provide to you. Hopefully this is a useful bit of information for you. I'm going to link to some plain language versions of important documents you'd be signing with a realtor, so you may be more aware of the process. If there are any terms or topics you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And until next time, I'm Garrett Verbakel with Century 21 Heritage House.